Greetings everyone and welcome back to the Cataclysm, and of course to Brutus Salazar. It has been a little while since the last time you joined me. Now, in the time that has passed in between, I have done a little bit off camera, a very little bit. Basically, I made some food, I made some water, and I read the remainder of internal combustion fundamentals. Now, we've still got recipes in this book. In fact, we've got quite a few recipes in this book that we haven't yet learnt, which is fine. There don't seem to be any books here that... have I learned that? No, I haven't learned iron sights or offset iron sights, so that's fine. There are no books that we need to take out of here, but we do have some amazing things. We can now learn from quite a lot of books here, but the main thing is our mechanics is now level 8. And at level 8, we have learned to make something rather special. However, before we get to that, let's just go ahead and move these two down. I would like them nearby because then, while I'm sat here, we've got a little bit of light. Marvellous, I know. The main thing, with level 8 mechanics and based on our marksmanship already being level 3, we can now make the pneumatic bolt driver. Now, in the last episode, I did actually reference this. It's an 8-shot revolving barrel pneumatic bolt driver handcrafted from scrap. It is very quiet and deadly. Its base damage is 20. Has no base armor piercing, has a dispersion up 2, read again, 2, side dispersion is 30 plus 15, so 45, reload time is 29 seconds per round. But remember, this carries 8 in its barrel, so you've got 8 shots, then you need 29 seconds to reload. By comparison, the longbow has a dispersion of 14. This is significantly more accurate. It has a damage of 7. It has a much shorter reload time, but you have to reload with every single shot. Side dispersion is much the same. The time to reach a good hit, it has an even chance of a good hit at range 18, and it'll take 13 seconds to get to that. The pneumatic bolt driver, an even chance of hitting something at range 22. A little bit longer to get to that. Now, the thing to realize here is the damage and range and anything like that that a weapon has is added to the bolt, or rather the bolt is added to the weapon's basic abilities. So if we were to look at ammo and then go down to arrows, because they will be under arrows, a steel crossbow bolt does damage of 20 and armor piercing of 10. So the pneumatic bolt driver will do damage of 40 with an armor piercing of 10 at a range of 28 tiles maximum. And you can imagine that's pretty good. It'll have a decent amount of dispersion, unfortunately. Have we got any better crossbow bolts in terms of dispersion? Well, there's ballista bolts, but I don't think they really count. No. Metal crossbow bolts, 15 and 5. Yeah, I think it's going to be the steel crossbow bolts. Now, for this, we actually need the electric forge. We already have everything we would need to make it. It would make a stack of 10 of these. I think we may be doing. Now, the only sad part here is that there is no such thing as a small game arrow for the pneumatic bolt driver. The pneumatic bolt driver is not made for hunting animals. It is made for hunting things that want to rip your face off. Well, actually, some animals do. But it's made for hunting things that want to rip your face off and are very good at it. This is your, I'm going to kill a Hulk weapon. Whereas the longbow can be that, but it's not quite as good. By comparison, let's have a look at the metal arrows. They have a damage of 14 and armor piercing of 7, with a plus 7 damage from the bow itself. So it has a total damage of 21, armor piercing of 7, versus the 40 armor piercing of 10. That, mind you, they do have quite a good bit of range on them. I think we want one of these. So let's make one. Brutus Salazar deserves it. It's basically an early Christmas present, okay? We'll use a heavy stick, and we'll use some scrap metal. We will use the welder, which has a lot of charges, rather than the welder that is currently on my person. So much thunder, my goodness. I'm actually going to drop that welder down here. You can go ahead and just charge up, please, and thank you. Honestly, I'm starting to get to the point where I kind of need all of these tools over here. if I really want them to be. You know what? Sure. So grab you. Womp womp. There we are. And grab you. Womp. There we go. Now that is within range of me over here. So I can drop off my welding goggles in there. And this is so many things. Sure, we'll pop that on up there as well. Ooh. Okay. Too heavy for me to budge. Very well. I guess what we'll do is we'll very quickly move everything out of this. And then up. There we go. Oh, that one won't actually move the way I want it to. There we are. There we go. Now I can move everything from down to up. And then we'll just get all of that piled in. There we go. Nice and tidy. It does block sight, which is a bit of a pain, but you know what? Look at that. We've got a little window there. I'm sort of tempted at this point to actually open the windows up a little bit. Maybe we will. Maybe we won't. I am thirsty, though, and I am hungry. I am also in pain because I was heaving trying to move that gigantic heavy locker, but oh well. Our intelligence is 14. That's actually pretty nice. That one pneumatic bolt driver has taken our mechanics up to 12% to level 9. I'm actually really super pleased with that. I'll be honest with you. I'm actually really super pleased with that. Alright, well, I would like in my inventory some 2x4s. So let's have a look. 2x4s. There we go. You gotta sing it. Doesn't work if you don't sing it. And let's light that. There we go. Right, I need some drinks. And I've already drunk all my tea. The booze berries. Bee balm tea, herbal tea. I kind of like to, but well, I'm gonna do this. Maybe. I don't know. We've got some tea leaves. So tempted. No. I'm gonna do this one for leafing, alright? Okay, leafing. I'll use the coffee powder nearby, also the water. And I'm gonna drink some of it. There we go. No, don't drink it if I can't finish it all. Pop that into my wood skin. Then I'm gonna make some food. Let's see, we can make some dehydrated fruit, some dehydrated meat. Sorry, no, dehydrated vegetables, sorry. Cooked buckwheat? Maybe. I mean, it's very nutritious at the end of the day. Fruit lather, which would be nice because I could use my blueberry. Cooked mushrooms would be nice as well. Cooked fruit jam. 10 days for that one. The cooked fruit will rot in 3 days. It's not particularly nutritious, though, is the problem there. Chocolate-covered pretzels. Salted popcorn. Can make more fruit wine must, which is super useful for a number of reasons. So I'm actually going to do that. It's going to take me 2 hours. No. We won't do that, actually, because it's going to take me 2 hours. Let's see. Cook my acorn meals. I could make that. Cattle fodder, bee balm seeds, buckwheat seeds. Have I made enough buckwheat seeds? Let's get 12 buckwheat seeds. Just make those. There we go. Now I don't feel bad about using any remaining buckwheat to make, well, basically whatever I want. Still got a ridiculous amount of them as well. Okay. How that it'll perish in 20 days. 10 portions of something that'll give me 50 nutrition? Yes, please. Make this happen. There we are. Eat the cooked buckwheat. Nom. Nom. More nomming. Yeah, go on then. And also a little bit more coffee. Sure, we'll completely slake ourselves. Sure, I'm going to pop the cooked buckwheat down for now. No. Just the cooked buckwheat, please. And I'm going to pop the buckwheat seeds in there. Glorious. Now then, let's have a wee look at our pneumatic bolt driver, shall we? In fact, let's compare our pneumatic bolt driver with our longbow. Mind you, our longbow is actually improved. So bear that in mind as we make the comparison. So, the different skills. Now, this is where things will get a little bit worse because we don't have our rifle skills of any particular level for us. So it's kind of sucky. But the capacity is 1 round of arrows, whereas this is 8 rounds of bolts. The maximum range is 1 tile further than the bow. The aim speed is near enough 20 units. It's 19 units faster, but it doesn't give us seconds, really. It takes us longer, however, to reach a particularly good range. And the longbow, based on our archery range, does actually have an even chance of a good hit at 26 tiles, whereas the Matter Bolt Driver is at 22 tiles. But in terms of damage, there's no comparison. Really, there is no comparison. However, the mods that we can have on this are significant, and remember the longbow has actually been modded. It's got an arrow rest, a bow stabilizer, and bow sight. We can have 4 accessories, 1 grip, 4 mechanisms, 1 sight, and 1 stock on the Bolt Driver. It is, after all, for all intents and purposes, it is a rifle. We'll shoulder it like a rifle. So we can do quite a few funky little things there. Could be used to craft the Storm Bolter. What the hell is a Storm Bolter? Can I make a Storm Bolter? I can't. What? It can have 3 rounds of bolts in it. This pneumatic bolt thrower has been greatly enhanced, allowing multiple bolts to be launched accurately and in quick succession. It requires a support of some sort in order to be operated. Oh! It's a turret. Can be stored in back holster and survive. No, well, it's not. It requires support of some sort. So a bipod? Fire modes, auto 3, semi-auto 1. Reload time is 8 seconds. Recommended strength, burst 22. We're not going to be using this for a while. Okay. So, would I be right in assuming that this is basically Space Marine weapons? Because, I mean, it doesn't quite sound quite as good as that, because Space Marine weapons are effectively pistols that shoot rockets, more or less, or rifles that shoot bigger rockets, more or less. I don't think it's really got anything in common except for the name. Still, it looks pretty cool. We're not going to make it, though, because that would be dumb. However, I am going to make a couple of mods. So the first thing I would like to do, firearm waterproofing. What kind of thing is this? Location mechanism. A set of seals and gaskets that will allow a firearm to operate reliably when submerged in water. We're not going to need that. An adjustable stock. Okay. A replacement stock, improving both recoil and accuracy. I mean, the dispersion modifier would be quite nice. Forward grip. A grip placed forward of the barrel allows for greater control. Not as effective as a bipod, but usable under all conditions. So we probably need a bipod for the Storm Bolter, I'm assuming. Got a folding stock. Which reduces volume, but needs unfolding before use, increases the time needed to wield the weapon. Alright, well, maybe we could go with that. I mean, what is the volume? That's one thing I didn't compare. Let's just have another look at that then. Volume-wise, the pneumatic Bolt Driver is actually smaller than the longbow, which doesn't surprise me at all. But it is many, well, I was going to say many, it's 3 times heavier. It's really not that much of a big deal. However, it is many times more than 3 times more valuable. Good to know. Very good to know. But back to crafting mods. So, bipods are commonly used on rifles and machine guns to provide a forward rest and reduce motion. Although they greatly improve handling of recoil, they are usable only on certain surfaces and are slow to equip. Makes sense. Rail-mounted crossbow. You know, just stick a crossbow on my crossbow. No, it's okay. Brass cutter, no. Bow sights, bow stabilizer, no. Shoulder strap. Maybe. A makeshift bayonet that consists of a mere spike with some string. It would, dispersion modifier would increase, but it would give us a better attack, I guess. Pistol bayonet, homemade suppressor. Homemade suppressor, cobbled together out of spare parts. While not nearly as effective as a regular suppressor, it will reduce the amount of noise. Well, the bolt thrower is already pretty much completely silent. So, adjustable stock or folding stock. It would reduce the volume by a certain amount, but this one would greatly reduce the dispersion and increase handling. I think we can go for that, sure. Let's make one of these. I'll use a pipe because we've got so many. And additionally, I would like a shoulder strap. 1 short rope, 3 rags, or 6 long strings. We'll use the rags. Look how many we've got. There we are. Now, what else are we going to want? There is an actual suppressor. A suppressor reduces the amount... we'd need gunsmith repair kit for that one, though. Rapid blowback, muzzle brake. We need a gunsmith repair kit, basically. An auxiliary flamethrower. Minimum requirements. Launchers 1 and weapon 2. Okay. This custom-built miniature flamethrower is made to be attached to almost any sort of firearm, greatly expanding its lethality. Well, yes, it would, I suspect, make it quite dangerous. This mod must be attached to a gun. It cannot be fired separately. Used on crossbow, rifle, shotgun, and SMG. Did the bolter have an underbarrel? I'm not sure. Ported barrel increases the dispersion, increases handling. Ported barrel redirects exhaust gases to compensate for muzzle climb, improves recoil, but increases noise. No, that's not something we really want. Barrel extension, now that maybe, but we would need a gunsmith repair kit or a firearm repair kit for that one. Ergonomic grip, dispersion modifier again. Now, do we have any good sights? Plastic mold. Okay. Or we can make iron sights, I guess. Telescope pistol sight? No, we'd want a telescopic sight, I would say. For that, we would need high quality lenses, though, so it's not something we can easily use right now. Right, shoulder strap. There we are, pneumatic bolt driver, and then the adjustable stock on the pneumatic bolt driver. Let's have a quick comparison of these two. Okay, in terms of the pneumatic bolt driver now. It's got a little bit. The dispersion is quite low now. Which is very nice, obviously. Sight dispersion, yeah. Okay, well, time I think then for us to make some of the bolts. However, it's at this point that I feel that we should really drop off the longbow. It has served us well. It has served us fantastically well. But no longer. This is our... Yeah, this is our locker for our weapons. They have served us fantastically well. I am going to unload the quivers. Unload both of them. There we go. And drop all of those in there. And drop the small quiver off. Where are you, small quiver? There we are. So we're just going to stick with the large quiver for now. That can hold 60 bolts. So let's go and see about making those 60 bolts. Steel crossbow bolts. How many of these can I make? I only need to make 6. It'll take 42 charges out of the electric forge. I'm not sure how many charges that will actually calculate to. So we're at 43 and 39. Is that fully charged? It's not. I don't believe I've actually turned the charger on. We'll turn it on. I'm going to give 5 minutes for it to fully charge, and that should be good. And let's have a look at this. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so with that, we've got 23 and 39. It is actually charging from the light outside, so this isn't going to be exactly the best test. But we'll see what we can do. So we want arrows, steel crossbow bolts for their ridiculous damage and very high armor piercing. And to make 6, it's going to take a good lot of chunks of steel and scraps. Now let's have a quick look. 2339. Yeah, not bad. Alright, let's apply these to the large quiver. Store ammo, steel crossbow bolts. And reload. No, not read. Reload the pneumatic bolt driver. Yes. There we go. You insert a bolt into the pneumatic bolt driver. Oh. Oh. It takes that long per arrow. That is less good. That is significantly less good. I would hope maybe we can make a A magazine of some sort? Maybe. Maybe. Alright, let's have a quick gander at the comparison now then. So the pneumatic bolt driver with bolts in it versus the longbow. Where are you, longbow? There we are. Now then, we're not getting the information of the arrow because the longbow doesn't have that with it, unfortunately. But, you know, we can see a lot more info now. So dispersion 1 plus 120 equals 8. Okay. I imagine that is due to the adjustable stock helping out a little bit. Alright, so sight dispersion is 45. It is worse by a decent amount, actually. Reload time is significant compared to the other one. If we were in a fight, that would be dangerous. That would be super duper dangerous. But the damage is so high. Odds are we're not going to be in a fight. We've got an even chance of a good hit at range 18 tiles. Fair enough. That's not too bad. The maximum range is 26 though. We've got a pretty good increase in our ability to aim, in the speed of the aim, and this thing does a redonkulous amount of damage. If we get a headshot, it's going to do even more. But initially, be prepared for us to suck really hard at ever hitting anything. Unfortunately. Right, what do we want to read next? We could read Sword of the Samurai. Guide to Advanced Emergency Care, maybe. Advanced Economics. That does not seem particularly useful. Got another Sword of the Samurai. I should really get rid of that one. Principles of Effective Communication. The Complete Home Repair Guide. Getting fabrication up to 8 wouldn't be a bad one. I'll be honest. Sure, okay. Let's give a bit of a... 2 hours? You're having a laugh. It's probably that I can barely see. Yeah, 38 minutes now. Okay, let's go through this. It's difficult to see the details because it's so dumb. But that's fine. I think that's good enough. We are pretty tired at this point. Well, we're going to drop that off. I'm going to eat some cooked buckwheat. And I'm going to have a drink of coffee. I mean, it's going to keep me from wanting to sleep, I suppose, but... let's see. Are there any books over here that I haven't gone through? No. How about here? Ooh. Really? Is that the case? Well, I mean, that's pretty awesome if so. Well, we'll move this across anyway. And let's just drop that off. Sword of the Samurai, you can go over there. We don't need you. I can also wear my pneumatic bolt driver if I wanted to. Let's have a look at my encumbrance. It's actually only 22. That's surprisingly low. That's scarily low, actually. Let's have a look. Pneumatic bolt driver is worn over the survive. Ah, yes, of course. We switched to the survive backpack. That's right. Yes. Strapped onto you, strapped onto you, strapped onto you. That's why you got a +7. Well. Oh, well. Not too much we can worry about there. Survivor mask. That's alright. Light survivor mask, light survivor suit. Pair of light survivor gloves. In short, we're awesome. Basically. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's have a quick look and see if we can, in fact, sleep. And if we can, I think on the morrow, we may yet be headed out for some shenanigans. Alright, sleepy times. Can't put a salad out of sleep. You lie down and go to sleep. You try, but you can't, because you drunk coffee, you idiot. What did you expect? Fair play. Okay, well, given that then, we could head down and start taking things apart. Or we can go and check out the office tower. I'm thinking the office tower might be fun. Might honestly be quite fun. Alright. Sure. Is there anything else I want to make, though, before we do? You see, there's some things I could try to do. A survival knife. This massive knife features a hollow handle with a compass built into the pommel and a row of fearsome-looking saw teeth along the back of its blade. It's kind of cool, but I don't think we really want one. Punch dagger, steel spear. Now I'd need some thread for that one, but that's all I would need. It has medium block, but, you know, it's not amazing, but impaling strike, attack a target and another one behind it, crit only. Or sharpened rebar. I could look at some of the amazing items here. High blocking ability and reach attacks with the Naginata. A sturdy polearm with a curved blade, made in the same manner as the katana and other Japanese blades, occasionally used by samurai in early periods. Well, I mean, it would be working on a new skill, effectively. Cut 37 and bash 6 versus the steel spear, which would be Pierce 29, bash 5. I mean, I like Pierce. Honestly, I do like Pierce quite a lot. The Tanto. None of these seem particularly powerful. Wow, this one's got a lot of things. An ancient Chinese spear, typically with a tassel just below the spearhead. One of the 4 major weapons in folklore, alongside the Dao saber, Yan sword, and gun staff. Tag targets and another one behind it, crit only. Precision strike, stun 2 turns, crit only, and block. Well, it's got a reasonable amount of abilities there, to be perfectly honest. Attack is 128 turns. Versus the forked spear. It's somewhat similar. It can unwield a weapon and it's got a high blocking chance, but these are going to be made to be much less sturdy in the future. 28. It's only just a little bit worse, though it does lack the 2 hit bonus, which is pretty nice there. Disarming, impaling strike, medium block. And this is a bronze polearm that originated in the Shang Dynasty. Well, I don't have any bronze, so that's not going to be happening. I don't have a swage and die set, so that's also not going to be happening. I can, however, make a steel spear. So, alright, we're going to make a steel spear then. I'm going to need some items first. Rope, specifically. Or felt, actually. So, felt. Yeah, we've got loads. We'll take 4. And disassemble them into yarn. Yep. And this one. And then this one as well. And finally, this one. There we go. Now we should be able to make the steel spear. No, just use the scrap. And use the rags, honestly. Alright, there we are. Forked spear. You have served me loyally for a long time. You will never be forgotten. You will never be broken down, no matter how important your parts are. You have earned a place of honor in the halls of weapons. The steel spear is actually lighter by a little bit. Much more damaging. Has a better 2-hit bonus. There we are. I mean, it does... Oh, it does not conduct electricity. That is actually... Oh, it's a stout wooden pole with a hand-forged steel spearhead. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense. Okay. Impaling strike and a medium block. But that's fine. It is built to withstand a lot of punishment. I am pleased with that. Goodbye, forked spear. It was wonderful while it lasted. Let's go and drop this yarn off. There we are. Do I want to top up my... I feel I do want to top up my drinks. So, let's go ahead, make some more drink. I could make some fruit juice, honestly. Okay. Well, first, let me finish off the coffee. And then eat some of the buckwheat. Then I'm going to make all of that fruit juice. Not fruit jam. Fruit juice. There we are. Oh, well, actually, I can make a lot more then if I do it this way. Clean water is fine. Pour it into a container. We'll take the small water skin. I guess I'll just bring along the fruit pulp. And I'll also take the cooked buckwheat with me as well. It's not a lot of food there, to be certain. Let me go and grab my... I'll grab my sleeping bag. Just in case. I should be okay in the clothes that I'm wearing. I'm also going to grab the folded swaggin. How much more can I carry? Not a lot more. So, given that, let's just go and load things into the vehicle. Let's drop off first the sleeping bag and the folded swaggin. There we go. Now, am I going to want to take anything that can weld? Probably, honestly. I could remove the welding rig and bring it with, but I'm not going to. I think instead I'm just going to get the welder. I'm also going to get a few other things from here. Plastic bottle of coffee, sure, you can come along. Let's see, what else do I want to bring along? I'm not going to take that many fruit lathers. I will take the acorn meals though, since they're going to last a long while. I'll bring the mineral water and the 6 bottles of clean water and the 10 bags of potato chips. You know, just for snacks on the road. You know how it goes. Toolbox, campfire drill. Okay, we can't carry that much. It's fine. We'll be right back. So drop these off. All of them. Toolbox and welder. There we go. Am I actually getting wet? No. We are basically immune to rain. How marvelous. We'll need the welding goggles though. I'll bring the shovel and I'll bring the plastic jerry can, the makeshift crowbar. Earplugs we're not going to need. I guess we'll take 5 zombie pheromones. No, we won't. No. 1. No. Fine. I'll be right back. Scoundrel you. Alright. Jerry can, welding goggles, shovel, crowbar, fire drill. Now we can't use the fire drill to start the hobo stove, which is a shame. I'm going to bring 1 towel just in case. Well, yeah, just in case. Well, do we really need it? No, we don't, because we're... Look, of course you need a towel. It's a trick question, obviously. Always need a towel. But I will bring a lighter. This is a sheet of foam which can be rolled tightly for storage. It insulates you from the floor, making it easy to sleep. Use it to unroll and place on the ground. I'll take that and my sleeping bag, I guess. Is there anything else I want to bring along? I don't need that, really. I will bring the tinder, though. And a frying pan. And that should be all I need. We'll just use the hobo stove for anything I particularly need. I mean, I could bring the brazier, I guess. We'll use the brazier if needed. But I very much doubt we will. Okay, so dropping all of these... Well, we'll keep that on me, actually. Put all of these wonderful things in there. And we're good to go, I would say. Yep. Okay. There we are. Car's engine starter. Let's pop on the stereo, shall we? Yeah, go on then. Right, we can head over here to the large power substation. We can head to the tower. Now, I had been thinking of heading to the tower. Actually, I just remembered why I was thinking of heading to the substation. Because we may get some bionics. And I wouldn't mind getting some bionics, let's be honest. Turn on the headlights. There we go. And we're off. On an adventure, everyone. It's going to be wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. There we are. Let's try and make sure we're on the right side of the road. There we go. Got it. Ooh. Almost ran into some doggos there, I think. Some crows. I'd rather not run into the dogs if I can avoid it. There we are. Got a lot of things around this area. How far out are we? We're reasonably far out, I would say. Far enough that I don't really want to go too fast or try and move over the off-roading it. I think that would be potentially quite dangerous. There we are. Let's keep it up from the south, east. You hear him, that's fine. Some more engines on the way. And now we are turning into our destination. So we'll just park about here. I can already see a shocker zombie. Okay. And what we want to do is turn off the headlights. Slow right down. There we go. Pull a handbrake. Also turn off the stereo. Then stop driving. Right, wheeled pneumatic bolt driver. Yes. Please tell me I brought the toolbox. Because that is definitely something I'm going to want. Where are you? Toolbox, good. Let's grab... anything else I particularly want to grab? I guess I'll grab that. Makeshift crowbar as well. Everything else I think is fine for now. We don't need it. Yeah, we're good. It's fine. I can see a shocker zombie. Now, I'm not sure if we covered what a shocker zombie is. A human body with a pale blue flesh crackling with electrical energy. It's basically someone who upgraded themselves with numerous bionics. Oh, it's getting dark. I like it. Let's find out what's around this area, shall we? We can scarcely see anything, which is fine. This is, it's smashable, apparently, and lightning arrestor. Disconnect switch. Okay. Now, our friend, just over there, and shouldn't be able to see us yet. Have a look. No, it can't see us at all. I'm going to walk the perimeter, though, because I don't want to go in there and find there's like 4 or 5 different things that want to murder us. A high voltage oil circuit breaker. Really? Heavy volt oil circuit breaker. I'm not actually sure if that's what the HV there stands for. Current transformer. Can't claim any knowledge of how substations work, honestly. Should perhaps make it a point to find out now that I've identified an area where my knowledge is lacking. Because who knows when the Cataclysm will strike, and I'll need to know these sorts of things. Mind you, I wouldn't have a handy-dandy sense of what everything is, even if I've never seen one. So maybe it won't be as useful. Okay. There's that. There's that. Alright. What have we got? We've got a building here that I can go into. A few odds and sods in there. I'm going to close the walls where I can. Large metal port is a potential transformer. Got a large switch gear. Disconnect switch. I'm interested if I can activate any of these things. We can go in there, but I want to take care of the shocker first. Honestly, I feel that that's going to be an important thing to deal with. Now, this range, I should have a bloody amazing chance to hit. And it can't see me even slightly. I'm going to hit it if I should fire, but I'm not going to have a super amazing hit chance. It probably still can't see me. Can it see me now? No. Let's move back a little bit, just so that we're safe. But, again, Brutus Salazar is... Brutus Salazar is built to kill things in the dead of night. Precise aim, It takes 374 turns to fire. It's quite a long time. There we go. Hit the shocker zombie for 62 damage. You hear a bang. It is now looking for what just hurt it. Can it see me? No, I don't believe so. No, it is wandering around aimlessly trying to find out what just really, really, really bloody hurt it. There we go. Hit the shocker zombie for 65 damage and it is in fact dead. Blood everywhere. Steel crossbow bolts. I now need to add crossbow bolts onto the list of things that I want to auto pick up, so let's quickly go and do that. Character. Well, are all bolts like that? Let me have a quick look. Ammo. Arrows. So crossbow bolt. Are all crossbow bolts called crossbow bolts? Metal arrow. Yeah, so... Okay, we're going to set that up then. So add. And we'll try that. And T for test. There we are, perfect. I approve. Save changes? Yes, please. There we are. Excellent. Right, now, here is the important part. We're going to try and butcher you. Please be lucky. You harvest some salvageable bones. You discover a power storage CPM, an electromagnetic unit CBM. You harvest some flesh. You finish butchering the zombie. Oh, glorious. This is exactly what we came here for. Right, okay, so the power storage CBM. This is kind of your baseline. Compact bionics module that upgrades your power capacity by 100 units. Having at least one of these is a prerequisite to using powered bionics. You will also need a power supply, found in another CBM. So currently, we will be able to install this, and we'll have a potential to store a charge, but we won't be able to actually get that charge yet. And then the electromagnetic unit. Embedded in your hands is a powerful electromagnet, allowing you to pull items made of iron over short distances. I think we'll take both. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. Oh, the leather pants, kind of cool, but we're good there. I think we've more or less covered everything around here. Yep, I think we're perfectly good with that. Okay, let's go and get the swaggin, and then we can do a little bit more. Let's go through here and drop these off. I'll drop things off just here, I think. There we go. That'll be fine. I'll just climb in and grab the swaggin. Where are you, swaggin? There we go. Pomp. I'll just carry the swaggin with me until I don't need it. Now, it is possible that I could disassemble some of the materials here. Not sure that would strictly be the best idea, though. Did we salvage anything? We did. Okay. Supply the swaggin then. And drop items into it. So we set the item there. We'll get the marbles. We might use them for something. No, we're going to leave the tainted meat here. It can go ahead and rot in this location. Well, yeah, we'll leave it here. I might be making a bit of a mistake. It's locked. Well, that's kind of annoying. Apply makeshift tool. Crowbar. From the west you hear a crunch. But we have not set off an alarm, which is super good. Alright, we've got a wood sword and a head torch. Sure, I'll take both of these. We've also got screwdriver, blue work shirt, dust mask, hooded hard hat. That's actually not too bad. Light blue work pants, pair of hiking boots, pair of leather gloves, pair of welding goggles, of course. A tool belt, a solar cell, a light bulb, and some solder. Okay. I'd actually like to have a look at the solar cell. Small electronic device that can convert solar radiation to electric power. Useful for crafting. We still need a lot, and to understand how to turn those into something even better. A bunch of batteries. And a hammer. Kind of a little bit disappointing, honestly. Not a lot here. Ah, well. Let's go ahead and deconstruct these consoles. for all of the wonderful electronic parts that they will have hidden inside. And to dump all of that across. There we go. Thank you very much, by the way, Fritz, for adding this. Those of you on the Discord server who, or in fact, anyone in the comments who happens to play this, please say thanks to Fritz, a dappling of some considerable skill, who made it possible that when you use the comma to move all, it still checks whether you have room and doesn't allow you to just dump things on the floor if you run out of room in the cart. So useful. So fantastically useful. Right. Well, that's pretty much everything in there that we want to move across. Sure, so let's go ahead and do that. Bop. Now then. Have we potentially seen everything that we could take apart? I'm not entirely certain that we have. You know. Oh, hello. There is no way in the world that I'm gonna... If I shoot you with my bolt driver, you're gonna explode. No, this weapon is purely for hunt. If I need to hunt you, I'll take out my longbow and some game arrows. This weapon is for killing big game, like I said, tanks, literal tanks, and hulks, and maybe moose, probably moose. Let's grab. So I'll grab the cooked buckwheat. I'll also grab the bottle of mineral water as well. Let's guzzle down the mineral water. And then... I think we're going to grab the roll mat and also the sleeping bag as well. There we go. Oops. I left the swaggin. My bad. Sorry, swaggin. I'll drop off the plastic bottle. Okay, well that's not at all bad. We've cleared out this area, I guess. I mean, not particularly awesome, but let's leave the swag in there. Actually, there's one more thing I'd like to do before we wrap up this episode. This wasn't as action-packed as I was expecting it to be. It's a bit of a shame, but where are you? Now, this is by far the easiest thing to install. So, if I wanted to activate this, I'd have a 4% chance of genetic damage, blood loss, or damage to existing bionics. Cool. Super easy to use. If I want to install anything else, that's going to start getting really difficult. Actually, just wear the pneumatic bolt driver. Get items. Oh, no, okay. Let's drop the power storage then. Of course, I've got the toolbox and all sorts of other gubbins. Right, I would like this. There we go. If I wanted to try and use this, I've got a 9%. This is not a particularly difficult one to install. The more awesome they are, the harder. You can do things like add solar panels to yourself, which would be useful if we had that. You can add an internal furnace, which basically allows you to convert matter into power via burning it. So you can just eat 2x4s or what have you. Or rags. You can literally just devour houses to convert it into power. That's probably one of the easiest ones to use. But you've got to be careful that you haven't got your furnace turned on. Because if your furnace is turned on, anything you shove down your gullet is going into the furnace, not into your stomach. I have been very stupid way too many times with that. There's also ones that can actually run off your body's chemical furnace, because your body is basically a chemical furnace. So as you're eating, it's called the metabolic interchange, I believe. It'll just basically make you hungry in order to charge your power cells. So you know that's there's lots of different ways of powering yourself, but we're hoping to get to some of the really nice bionics. They're super good ones. I'm going to keep that as a bit of a surprise. I'm not going to go into what they are. But we're not going to try to install any bionics away from home. That is something that we want to do when we are at our very best, also in very close proximity to a number of things, such as, oh, I don't know, medkits. Probably quite useful. Can I actually activate my sleeping bag? No. Okay, well, time for a snooze if we can. Let's see, that's why I had the mineral water as well. And there we are. We fall asleep. Well, that's going to be it for this episode, though. I hope you enjoyed. In the day, we will have a proper look around the power station and see if we can't find any secrets that might exist. But that'll be for the next episode. So until then, and as always, do take care, survivors.